I initially contacted Martin Gerard because I was looking for a place to rent in East Finchley. And it was actually completely accidental that I walked in to the shop. And Sophie was right there, and Panikos, they were right there. And they were so welcoming and smiley, and they gave me different options to look at immediately. And I was really pleasantly surprised because they are smiley and they aren't trying to get my money immediately, and they were truly trying to be helpful. And they immediately arranged a viewing for the place that I'm renting right now. And yeah, that's my initial contact with them. In the past, I did, when I was looking for a rental, I did find the place first. And then I would contact the agent, and then I would deal with the agent when I'm actually viewing the place. And it's not very personal, of course. They don't really try to get to know you. They are just trying to show you the place, and there is nothing really empathetic about that process. So Martin Gerard was different because I could really see that they tried to get to know me. Even the people who weren't dealing with me in the office that day, they were smiling and trying to almost like make me feel at home. And the previous agents, definitely, they do put I guess the balance isn't there. So they put the money and the landlord's interest above the tenant's interests. Whereas with Martin Gerard and with my interactions with Sophie, I could really feel that there is a balance. She wants me to be informed, and she wants me to get the place, and she wants me to make sure everything is covered for my own well-being, and according to what I'm entitled to. But in addition to that, there was, of course, the landlord's needs and what he wanted being done or not done in the house. So there was a balance found, and that's basically testament to Sophie's way of working. Agents are very notorious for not being easy to reach. Sophie immediately sorted out a WhatsApp group for us. So just me, her, and Panikos. So I could actually engage with them via WhatsApp, and she would just answer me whatever time of day. I mean, I didn't bother her like at silly hours, but she was available to me. She was responsive to my questions, and she was immediately relaying whatever information she had from the landlord or about the progress of my application. So that was, again, very personal. And even, I know it's a silly thing to say, but even the emojis to say thank you and to really appreciate, what she has done for me. And, it's like speaking to a friend on WhatsApp. Sophie earned my trust by being responsive and really paying attention to who I was and what I needed. And she was very fair in general in her dealings with the landlord and me. And I knew that she had my best interests at heart without betraying the landlord, as it were. So both sides were happy, and she's very respectful also. Same for Panikos. They were both very helpful, respectful, communicative, and just listening to me. And when things went wrong, of course, things do go wrong. There are sometimes glitches, in the moving process. They were so on it, and I knew I was in good hands. And I did tell them that I trust them. I actually said, I trust you. I appreciate all your help, and it will all be fine. And it was fine in the end, and I'm very happy where I am now. The three things that impressed me with Sophie are her friendly attitude, her warmth, her attentiveness, and her respectful approach. So she's not friendly and kind of not serious and not listening or anything. She's friendly but also respectful. She's listening very carefully, and she goes out of her way to make sure that things that need doing get done. I don't think I would be able to rent so easily if it wasn't for Martin Gerard or Sophie, because when I was looking for a place, before I found this place, I did speak to some high street agents and some smaller agents in North London. And a lot of them, some of them refused to give me a viewing because I'm a lecturer, and they asked me how much I earned on the phone, and they said, sorry, you won't be able to. So they either refused to show me the places, or they said, when your house sells, get back in touch. Until then, we can't actually show you anything. Whereas with Sophie, she really sat down and listened to me, understood my situation, that I was selling elsewhere and I was looking for a rental. So she did her best to make it happen. And they didn't actually stop me from seeing any places. And that was wonderful. Martin Gerard goes beyond the transactional element of renting a place. And normally with other high street agents, I know that the boxes would be ticked, and until you sign the papers, everything is well and good. And then once the papers are signed, you part ways and you can't reach them anymore. Whereas with Sophie, my experience was very different, because I knew that yes, she was looking after the progress of the application and the rental agreements, but she was always there. She was responsive. She was communicating to me, and she was very empathetic towards me, and the pain of moving and that 1 month wait between my contract and the move. So she was very helpful, always on hand and always helpful, and I'll be forever grateful. The reason why I'm doing this testimonial for Martin Gerard is because I want people to know that things can be different. We don't always have to remember our dealings with estate agents with as a horror story. People like Sophie, they are young, they are energetic, they are problem solvers, and they are communicators, and they do change the shape of the industry and how the business is done. And I'll be definitely using them again in the future. And now, I mean, thanks to her, this experience has been so positive in the end. I don't know if I want to leave this place, but maybe I will. If I ever do leave, and if I look for another place, I might. I will definitely go back to her and get her opinion before I look for something. Given my experience, I would definitely recommend Martin Gerard East Finchley office, and share Sophie's contact details with friends and family and my neighbours, because it's been. I know how people will be treated if they go to Sophie or to the branch or Martin Gerard in general.